Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Walking Fish Theater here in Fishtown. This is Casa Berdan's Productions' first show, Wake Up Philadelphia, and we really hope you enjoy it. We want to thank you all very much for coming. We've got one last show tomorrow night. That's the last opportunity to see Wake Up Philadelphia this year. So if you enjoy it, be sure to invite 500,000 of your best friends. I don't think it'll take that many to fill this house, but we'd certainly love to see you all again tomorrow. Have a great show. Enjoy.
It's 6 a.m. Wednesday, April 20th, 2009. It's time to wake up, Philadelphia. You're watching WXYZ, Channel 32 News. The news you can trust.
Good morning, Philadelphia. I'm Jeff Jeffries, and
I'm Dawn Fawning. Wake up, Philadelphia!
I'm glad you finally did, Dawn. It's not like you would be late for work.
Oh, Jeff. Long story short, it was a late-night event. Rain, traffic, lost keys.
Oh, you poor dear. Well, I'm just glad you're here safe and sound now. I don't know what we'd do without you.
Thanks. Jeff, you always say the kindest things on the air.
I also have to mention, it sounds like you and Keith Steely's benefit for feline leukemia was a huge success. That was at the Leukemia Center, right?
That's right, Jeff. As you all know from my blog, www.dawnfawning's blog for leukemiacats.blogspot.com. This cause is very near to my heart. Would you believe we raised just over $1.5 million for victims and survivors of feline leukemia? Because we totally did. And that's almost $500,000 more than Alicia Lane's fancy breast cancer fundraiser did last year.
That's great, Dawn. I can't think of a better way for people to spend their money. In our headlines today, if the skyscrapers on Wall Street were able to open their windows, you could believe New Yorkers would be wading through dead bodies after yesterday's horrific closing numbers.
And more disturbing news from the Middle East when a burqa malfunction leads to mass rioting in Afghanistan.
But first, Dawn Fawning has an interview with a man whose name has become synonymous with Republican reform. Frankly, I've been looking forward to this interview all morning long. Dawn?
Thanks, Jeff. With a new black man in an old White House, conservative players have been finding themselves on the opposite side of the old picket fence. Are you a dismayed conservative? Has the election of Barack Obama thrown the world as you know it into a bleak spiral of misery and despair? Well, a great white hope may be on the way, as we'll see in my next interview. With me is William Turpin, a conservative Republican who understands your pain, but more importantly, has done something about it. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Dawn. Good morning, Dawn.
Help me out here, Bill. The conservative movement's attempt to completely dismantle the federal government, except for the parts that pay billions of dollars to businesses owned by conservatives, seems to have been stopped in its tracks. This has left many, perhaps thousands of conservatives without work or any easy way to suckle from the teat of Uncle Sam.
I wouldn't characterize it quite like that, Dawn. But in a nutshell, now that Obama is allegedly the president,
Oh, he did win by a clear electoral and popular majority.
we're still not sure where he was born. But let's not digress.
You started it.
No, I didn't. But getting back to the topic. Clearly, there were many conservatives in Washington, D.C. who were counting on 4 more years of solid job security. And then suddenly, on November 5th, 2008, they found themselves out of work and stripped of even the most basic connections.
And you have done something about it.
Yes, I have. It occurred to me that since Obama himself is black, it might be helpful if conservatives became more knowledgeable about black people.
So you have a website to help. Tell me about it.
Yes. If you are a displaced conservative, go to www.iwanttoknow.com and you will find tips on how to meet black people and how to manipulate them into being contacts for networking in the new Washington, D.C. Let's face it, when George Bush was president, simply being conservative was enough to get any kind of government job you wanted. It didn't matter whether you were qualified or not. Truly, what better way to show how ineffectual big government is than to put incompetence into important jobs? Conservatives get severely criticized for this, but it was always our plan. I can't believe people were surprised by it. But that's not how the new Democrats work.
You mean Democrats?
I said what I meant.
You also give tips on how to network in the new Capitol.
Yes, I got the idea when I was at a campaign dinner for Sarah Palin during the last election, where they served a rustic stew made from small mammals that had first been thrown into a wood chipper.
That's some kind of Alaskan tradition?
No, it's just something the Palin family likes to do. As I was being served by the black waiter, it suddenly hit me. We conservatives don't know enough about black people. We erred in only making friends with the black people who had money. Who knew there were so many who didn't? Well, we had a vague idea of the number of poor black people out there, but we had purposely overinflated the number of welfare recipients in order to cripple the program. But now I found myself looking at all the waiters in hotel ballrooms, stadium skyboxes, and caddies at the club, and like many conservative Republicans before me, I say, shit, where did all these black people come from? Like those who came before, I recognize them as hard-working Americans we simply didn't notice before. I tell you, this was an eye-opener.
Okay, so now that they're voting and you've noticed the minorities are out there, what next?
To all conservatives, get to know black people and other minorities, however distasteful it may be. But make sure they are real minorities and avoid using the names of notable black people. Believe me, we can't all be close personal friends of Colin Powell and Condi Rice. Besides, using former members of the Bush administration as references is dicey, because some people hold the previous administration responsible for the troubles we find ourselves in now.
You mean a wrecked economy? America's prestige as a decent country ruined in the eyes of the world. Thousands killed in a war on terror started by evil neocons for their own profit. A phony war on terror used to stifle civil rights.
All of which was the fault of Bill Clinton. It was. I can show you the Fox News poll that proves it.
Final thoughts?
Yes. Take it from me. Don't talk to Dick Cheney unless he has had enough sleep. If he doesn't get at least 9 hours in a coffin filled with soil from his homeland, he's cranky all day.
There you have it. Thank you for coming on the show this morning, William Turpin, and that website is www.iwanttoknow.com. Jeff?
Thanks for that, Don. Coming up after the break, our own Keith Steele has a story of a local laundromat where laundry powder isn't the only powder being sold. But first we have weather with Tanya Channel, Chase A. Man, you're queer on the street, and Kelly Driver in the traffic copter.
Well, I'm sorry, Jeff. If you were planning to run out to work today, don't do it. It's gonna rain. Half an inch of precipitation we already have here in the Lehigh Valley. Hope you liked the weather yesterday, because it's gonna be scattered showers throughout the afternoon. 3/4 of an inch of rain we already have here at the studio. You know, I hear you and Keith Steele were caught in some of that rain we had at the event last night at the Wachovia Center.
Oh, we were drenched, Tanya. I'm not even going to talk about the traffic. I don't get in until 2 a.m.
Well, that would explain why you and Keith were both late for work this morning. Leave a little early on your commute or you'll be late too. 43 degrees out the door with a 98% chance of precipitation. Don't forget your galoshes, you're gonna need them. Let's take a look at our 5-day weathercast. I know it looks gloomy, but hold on for Friday. Today, a little chilly out there, 44 degrees, I know, so don't forget your jacket. The rain will be coming. If it's not raining where you are yet today, unfortunately, it's gonna be. Thursday, driving down to 39, scattered showers throughout the afternoon. Friday, we have this warm front blowing up here from Florida, from the Gulf Coast. It is gonna be nice. 52 degrees, blue skies and clear. Nicest weather we've had in 3.5 weeks, so enjoy it. Then the weekend, rain, doom and gloom. Scattered showers throughout the weekend. No to high, anything more than 34. Sorry about that. Mother Nature's got it out for us this weekend. Wind's going to be coming out of the north at 24 degrees, so gentlemen, hold on to your umbrellas. Ladies, grab hold of your hats, because we are meeting up with Chase, our queer on the street, this morning in New York's Fashion Week.
Thanks, Tanya. Well, it may be rainy in Philadelphia, but it's a storm of fashion here at Bryant Park. The designers that went back to the 80s to serve up spring fashions for the new season. We pulled 2 of the hottest outerwear looks off the runway today to show you the new trends that are all about proportion and volume. The classic military trench coat is updated in a waxed cotton canvas that's water repellent, and it's shown in a cropped silhouette with a 3/4 sleeve. The hard lines of the military coat are softened by the feminine details of the lace on the dress. Who wouldn't look great in a beautiful outfit like this? But if you've got a little bit more of a rock and roll edge to you, then on the other side of the spectrum we have the classic 80s satin rocker bomber. Look at this red plush she's showing with it. Are we mad about that? The retro leopard print is done on a water-resistant nylon fabric with gold sparkles woven into the fabric. I don't know if you guys can see this in the camera. It is gorgeous, and it's going to pick up the light great in any weather. But what girl would be complete in those rainy spring days without a classic pair of high boots to keep her dry from those flooded streets? And in these, you'll be sure to stop traffic. Now, Kelly, over to you for the morning commute.
I have boots just like that, and I'm wearing them today. Right now, though, there are people who are going nowhere fast. First, we have an accident on 422 at the St. Gabe's curve with delays of over an hour. This accident is shutting down the eastbound side altogether. Take Ben Franklin Highway, they're on that one. Let's show you what's happening here at the Schuylkill and City Avenue. There's an accident on the westbound side causing huge delays. Traffic backed up all the way to the crosswalk from the curve. Not good at all, a multi-mile slowdown. All because of this one accident here, only blocking one lane. We've also got regular westbound delays on the Schuylkill. Your alternates are Martin Luther King Drive and Kelly Drive, though getting onto Kelly Drive is tough, as there is still construction between Ferry Road and Hampton Park. Hey, guys, didn't they say the construction would only take 5 months? How long has it been now? Over a year? Well, stick to your trains and buses to avoid the mess. Mass Transit is reporting no delays. And back to you.
This is Keith Steele reporting from the newsroom. We're following a breaking story in the Northeast where convicted prostitute and heiress Amanda Playwith has been caught on security camera footage at a laundromat selling cocaine out of her baby stroller. Yes, there's actually a little arm that reaches out and completes the transaction. Is this a possible accomplice? Police are not sure. We'll have more from the Philadelphia Police Department when we return after the break.
This is Jason Kunstman with Music in a Minute. Coming up after the break, George Michael viciously attacks American Idol's Adam Lambert with a ShamWow.